I've decided to do this video. I'm putting a snorkel on a Mazda BT50 2011. It's the end of 2011, so it's 2012, but a Mazda BT50 2011. I've just cut out the hole, and I actually used this carbon tip. It was very quick. It didn't take much. I was just using a Ryobi, and I used a carbon tip. Now it's 90. I think it's 95 mil. Very impressed. It was very clean, and this is, where is it? And this is the result. So this is what I've used to cut out the hole for the snorkel, and this is the snorkel here. As I said, I'm very impressed with the with this carbon tip. It's a very solid piece, and it's not a hole saw as such. It's for metal, aluminium, and that sort of material. So I've actually now cut out the tool, but the first step I did was I've actually put some stuff to block up that. I've taken out the air clean box, which was 2 bolts. There was 2 bolts and a couple of clips. The clips were off the hose here and the clip off here. Now what I bought for myself to do these clips is a rivet buckle removal tool set. So these are what I've used to take the clips off. But I've also made sure, because I want to reuse these clips. So I've unplugged that. Now to unplug that, you just push that red thing forward, when you put it in, you push it back to lock it. That's very important, that goes back on. And you clip these all back in. If not, you just get some cable ties, which is important. So I've taken the box out. I've undone some clips off this mudguard, and I'm hoping I'm not going to have to remove the whole mudguard. I should be able to get in there without removing the whole mudguard. That's the plan. Now there's the hole, and I've actually put I can show you what I've done here. There's the hole for the original box, which now the new one will come through, and it will fit in through there. Now I'm using a brand of snorkel, which is called Cobra. That's a sticker that gets put on it. Now what I want to do here is, this is the box. Now I looked at YouTube about, what I've got to do here is, see the lip there? I've got to remove that lip. I've got to undo this screw and this screw at the back. I've got to gently pry this apart, and I've got to seal this up with Siliflex. So the stuff that I've bought, hang on for a minute. This is the stuff that they recommend, Siliflex 227, fast curing automotive sealant. Now it's important this is all sealed up properly. So I need to undo that screw at the top of the air cleaner box, and that screw, and then Siliflex this whole connection, and make sure it's all sealed, so there is no air leaks. Now on the bottom of the thing, they recommend, this is your water drainer, and they recommend that you seal it up with Siliflex, so no water can get in and no water can get out. Meaning, if I could find a tap to put on it, then I could just turn the tap on and the water would come out. But they say as a rule, 99% of the time, you're not going to get any water in your box once you've sealed this with This has all been sealed with Siliflex. This is all properly sealed. Then this is sealed with Siliflex. Everything is sealed with Siliflex. And then basically things. So there's one bolt when you take the air cleaner out. There's the other bolt. Now a little thing I like to do when I'm doing automotive things so I don't lose bolts, I place these things in sandwich bags. As you can see, I put the bolts in the sandwich bag. And so my next step is, of course, what I'm going to do here is I'll file this down. This will all get filed. And of course, then I'll put a bit of rubber around it. It's got a slit in the rubber, so the rubber will just go around it, which you'll see that later. And I've used this template. So the template's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws. And of course you'll see, if I get my trusty torch. These are really good torches. I got this from a GT, it's called. And we put this in here. You'll see this here where I'm pointing that silver thing at. There's a bracket there. So what I want to do is I want to screw a bracket across that will hold that, take the stress off the snorkel that comes out of there and into this hole. So with the Mazda BT50 you'll see that there's a bolt hole right there, and with the snorkel you get a bracket, and that bracket will go from there across to a metal screw bracket in there, and you get the bolts for that as well, and that'll bolt that in and keep that from you can see that bracket there that goes into the engine bay. So what we want to do is we want to bolt, that's the bolt the part of the snorkel on through the hole so it stays firm and tight. So don't forget there is that there, what I have the metal clip on, that's important because you will bolt underneath this snorkel, you'll bolt the bracket on and the bracket across, and that'll keep that nice and supported firm, especially from vibrations and etc. So I'm going to continue with this. I'm going to pause this for a minute. So I'm very impressed with this hole cut. I used, as I said, an aluminium diamond cut, and I'm very impressed. If you're going to cut into car panels, I would strongly recommend having one of these. They're like a diamond cut, but they are good. I'm very impressed with it. So I'm going to pause this and we'll come back in a minute as I keep going. So I'm back. I've just done a drill here, 13mm drill bit, and I've used this 13mm as you can see. So, and I'm very impressed because it actually goes straight through. So I'm going to do another one. I'll try using. So basically you get that into the center. What's in the center, and then you bite